So it's today in London, a pretty full-on day. Did a lot of walking and once again didn't get much sleep. Transport let me down. Well, it didn't totally let me down, it did turn up, but it was an hour late. I was stood at Golders Green for an hour in the cold and the rain, wondering if I was actually ever going to make it home last night, and thankfully the bus did finally arrive and was back home by about 3:10 in the morning. Initially I had 3 hours sleep, just another 3 or 4, so yeah. I was supposed to be dashing off to London again today though, but no, it's too much. And again, I already know these transport problems tonight. The train had already got issues that I was on. For some reason it's going to take 3.5 hours to get home. I could almost walk it in that time. No, I couldn't. But and the National Express buses were also expressing that there was an issue, whereas was going to have to change buses and go via the airport. So no, we weren't doing any of that. So I've had to list my ticket I had for tonight's London gig, and with a bit of luck I might sell it, but if I don't, it wasn't a very expensive ticket, so it's not the end of the world. It cost me more to get there than it would to not get there, so sometimes you have to make those sacrifices and say, do you know what, it's not worth it. And today it's definitely not worth it. Last night's Richard Marx gig at the Royal Albert Hall. Yes, wonderful. I always love seeing Richard. He has the most beautiful velvety voice. He is one of the most talented songwriters on the planet. He's always a joy to see. He's somebody I have followed and brought his records. Gosh, I use the word records. But I was buying records because we're talking 1988/89, I believe, when I first started buying records. Yes, those vinyl things that have now made a massive resurgence. And I also have a ton of CDs by him, those things that are now coming obsolete in place of vinyl. Go figure. But yes, wonderful show, wonderful performance. And had to leave 3 songs before the end, although in hindsight, you know, I didn't, because I stood around for an hour waiting for a bus. But if I'd have known that, I would have stayed till the very end. But those are the chances I have to take when I go to shows so far away from home. I have missed so many endings of so many shows, and I think that's why I'm at the point now where I'm going to call it a day as far as non-local shows go, because it's just spoiling my enjoyment of not being able to see the full gigs, because I have to dash off to catch the last trains or buses that get me all the way back to Nottingham. So yes, last night's gig at the Albert Hall was special. Probably my last ever trip to the Albert Hall, she says, but you just know Bryan Adams will do another 3 day residency at some point for more of his albums, and that will probably tempt me, but hopefully it's not for a few years yet, and let's see. But for now, I've got no more gigs until June the 4th was the next one, so and that one's not London, it's in Manchester. Sure, I will get dressed and showered at some point today, but I think I'm just going to sift through my Richard Marx photos and videos from last night and relive the gig all over again, and then try and get my act together so that we've actually got some food in the house for later. And yeah, I suppose at some point this little monkey will want walking as well. However, we're quite happy sleeping, wagging our tail in our sleep, aren't we, Kokomo? Now that's what you call a pothole crime scene. Go! Oh. Steady. Got it? Alright, lie steady, there you go. Good catch. And again. Are you ready? Lie steady, there you go. Good catch. I don't know why you're just sitting there. Because you don't want to play, probably. Hotspot. I never thought you could have too much coriander, but when it starts to grow into a massive tree, wow. Let's check out what's happening in strawberry world. Oh, wow. Look at those down there. OMG. And there. And at the back. Oh, some here. Fabulous. It's a bit windy today, especially on this corner, and not quite sure what's going on with this tomato plant, but it's needs a helping hand. Oops. It needs a better helping hand than I can give it. It doesn't seem... Oh, no it doesn't. I've not got tomatoes on yet. This one has. Back from my walk with Coco. I'm going to make a start on dinner shortly. Some nice macaroni cheese, a garlic flatbread and some chicken. Close your eyes. Verdict on the mac cheese? Any good?
Yeah, love it.
Very good. It's only 9:45. There's still an element of daylight, but I'm tired. I haven't caught up with sleep yet, even though I've done most of the day sleeping. So yeah, I'm going to bed. It's another busy day tomorrow and another busy weekend coming, so I need to catch up on the sleep. So good night.